Today, I have one of the best memes I've seen of late. Apparently, Campbell's Soup came up with a new commercial that featured two dads and their young son, and they posted it on their Twitter page. While one Twitter tweet, Kim Spears Cook, left a comment on Campbell's Twitter page that said, quote, "Your new commercial with two dads makes me sick," end quote. To which Campbell's replied, quote, "Hi, Kim. If you're feeling sick, we suggest enjoying a delicious can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Make sure to enjoy it hot so that it can help warm your cold, dead heart." End quote. Boom. Moral of the story, you don't mess with Campbell's Soup. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that one of the FBI's most wanted stolen items, it's a collection of paintings of Campbell's Soup cans? Really? Here's a snapshot from the FBI's own website. Check it out. Look at the top and you'll see the address, fbi.gov. If that's a little difficult to read, let me zoom in a little bit. Hopefully you can see the web address circled in red. Quote, fbi.gov/wanted/seeking info/recovery of stolen Andy Warhol paintings. Seriously. And then if you scroll down, you can read the details. They say, quote, "The FBI is seeking information leading to the recovery of artwork stolen from the Springfield Art Museum in Springfield, Missouri. It is believed the theft occurred sometime during the early morning hours on April the 7th, 2016, at which time 7 of the 10 Andy Warhol prints on permanent display at the museum were taken. The collection, which has been owned by the Springfield Art Museum since 1985, is set number 31 of the Campbell's Soup collection and is valued at approximately $500,000. Each print of the screen in the screen print collection measures 37 inches high by 24.5 inches wide and are framed in white frames. Images of the stolen artwork are featured above." End quote. Who knew paintings of cans of Campbell's Soup could be worth $500,000? The more you know. And by the way, you know what you call a chicken in a hot tub? Soup. And you know what you call 4 lepers in a hot tub? Soup. And how did Reese eat her soup? With her spoon. And everybody know what the difference is between roast beef and pea soup? Anybody can roast beef. And you know what communists put in their soup? A Soviet onion. And you know why waiters like gorillas better than flies? Did you ever hear a customer complain, "Waiter, there's a gorilla in my soup"? I remember once I found a dead fly in my soup. I called the waiter over and told him, "Hey, there's a dead fly in my soup." And he said, "Yes, sir, it's the hot water that kills them." But they were very gracious. They comped my entire meal, so I gave them another shot, and I went back a few weeks later. This time I found a dead bee in my soup. So again, I called the waiter over, told him, he said, "Yes, sir, it's the fly's day off." Which reminds me, you know what Marjorie Trader Trash 8 Toes Green said when she found a fly in her soup? Yummy. And then there was the bird who walked into a restaurant. He ordered a bowl of soup. A couple minutes later, the bird yells, "Waiter, there's no fly in my soup." One time, a guy brought me a bowl of soup, and he had his thumb in the bowl, right in the soup. And I asked him, "What the heck are you doing? Your thumb is in my soup." He said, "Yes, sir, I sprained it. My doctor told me to keep it warm." So I said, "Why don't you shove it up your ass?" To which he replied, "Yes, sir, that's what I do when I'm not serving soup." And then there was the couple who had a baby, but for 4 years, he didn't make a sound, not a peep, didn't speak, not one sound, not one word. Then one day, his mother gives him a bowl of soup. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, he says, "This soup is cold." The parents look at each other in both shock and amazement, and they say, "If you can talk, why haven't you spoken before?" And the child replied, "Up until now, everything's been satisfactory." I like that one. And then there was a man and woman who were celebrating their 50th anniversary. They were talking before their dinner about how they should celebrate their big evening. The woman decided she would cook a big dinner for her husband. Then he suggested they do what they did on their wedding night and eat at the dinner table naked. The woman agreed. So as they started their dinner, the wife says, "Honey, my breasts are as hot for you as they were 50 years ago." And her husband replied, "That's because they're laying in your soup."